Jeb Like One Only here with
Bangzo.
And Q.
Your host, your friend, your boy, Jeb Like One Only.
Still upset by slimes.
And today we're going to do the first session of the Historian Saga. How are you feeling, Bangzo? Are you excited?
Feeling pretty good.
Based off of other gameplay that you've watched, do you think that you're gonna have fun? Do you think it's gonna be shitty? Like, what's your thought process?
I have a lot of powers, and I feel like I can use the non-combat powers and bless you for the interesting ways.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully,
Okay.
at least.
So, do you want like any refresher on what's been happening as of recent, or do you feel like you have a good idea?
I want to go in blind.
Go in blind? Cool. Excuse me. Give me a time check, and we'll go for 1 hour from that time check.
Alright, my clock says 140, but it's on my wrist.
I got 138.
138 then?
Okay, then we'll go until 2:38. So give me a check, 2d20. Which is your good die? Which is your bad die?
Green's good, blue's bad.
Okay.
It's racist.
We have 9 and 7.
Okay. Which one was your good die on that?
Green. Oh, green. 9.
And which one was the 9?
The good one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wake up, it's 8, you don't have class until 10:30 at Springdale University.
Everybody has class at 10:30.
It's dark.
Everybody shows up.
When you say it's dark, does my room have a window?
Yeah. But like none of the lights are on like in the whole city.
Oh, but it's not dark outside.
Yeah.
Oh. Assume that the fucking apartment's power is out.
Okay.
Get dressed and go.
What do you put on?
Huh?
What do you put on?
Clothes.
Oh.
Let's see. Black slacks, gray vest, and like a gray little coat, and some loafers.
Oh, nice. Plain white on your subject communicator is like looking fresh, getting ready for a good day.
Oh, thanks.
He like watched you dress.
Which means he watched. Yeah.
Well, I'll go outside, hopefully.
Okay. What floor of the Springdale apartments do you live on?
I am on floor 7th floor.
Okay. Are you gonna take the stairs or the elevator to like get down? Or are you gonna do something weird like jump out the window? Or...
It's not really weird if you called it out before you...
Seeing that I have 19 power usages, I will...
I've done it.
I'll use my power, which is the power of historically accurate and sometimes inaccurate mental projections, and I'll put the winged sandals of Hermes on my feet, and I will fly out of the window.
Okay. So as you're flying out of the window, there's a bat person that's flying in the air, and he's like, "Hey, you getting an early start?"
Oh, no. Hello. How are you doing? Well met.
Ah, well met. I'm doing well. So I was curious, do you normally start your morning just like flying around in the air, or do you like to get breakfast? Or
Well, I'm on my way to the cafe. I always have a bagel and a coffee for breakfast.
Oh, nice. The Springdale Cafe?
Of course.
Yeah, the only one.
What about you, sir?
I actually work at the Springdale Diner that's on the first floor of the apartment building.
Oh, nice.
You should definitely swing by sometime. We have mainly oranges, though. I'm not sure if it's up your alley.
Mainly oranges. No coffee, no bagels.
I mean, we have coffee, but it's like orange flavor. And we have bagels, but it has like dried oranges in it.
Kappa would love it.
Well, might I be able to get a discount on your orange flavored coffee and bagel?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll give you like $1 off.
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
I'll try it out right now.
Oh, sweet. He like dive bombs and like lands like his like wings like fall down almost like a cape, and then like when he stands up, he's like now wearing like an apron. He puts a little chef hat on and he walks into Springdale Apartments. Do you follow suit?
I do. A lot less bombastically. Just kind of calmly land. The sandals kind of fade away once they've. They don't fade away. I might be able to fall later. Well, let's not get cooked. Yeah, I'll follow him into the cafe.
You follow him into the cafe, and as you do, there's like a little bit of rustle and bustle. People walking around. They're talking about the slime monster invasion and everything. And you see some people who are complaining in line, like, what do you mean you don't have a working stove? And it's like, there's no power. There's no. What do you think? And it's like, why is it so dark in here? And they're like, there's no power. There's no.
So can they make you coffee?
Can't wait. We don't need power to make coffee.
To make hot coffee.
What do you do?
I go into the kitchen. With the Batman's permission.
So you're gonna ask the bat guy if you can go in the kitchen?
Yeah, because everybody's bitching about not being able to make food. So I'll make my own food.
You'll make your own food?
Yeah.
He's like, cool, as long as you pay for it. I mean, follow safety regulations. Here's like a uniform.
Okay.
If you wear that, and make sure that you follow safety regulations. You can't fuck up.
I'll put the uniform on and I'll go into the kitchen.
He gave you a very small chef hat. Like it's proportionally like barely bigger than your forehead.
Okay.
Damn.
I will go into the kitchen. I'll find the means to. Does the kitchen have like a wood fire stove?
There's like a little fireplace.
I'll,
That's the closest you get.
Okay. I'll start a fire in the fireplace.
Oh, there already is one to light the kitchen.
Oh, of course. I'll get a kettle of water boiling,
Mhm.
and then I'll find a French press for my coffee.
There's like a grinder for some beans. There's no French press.
There is no French press. Why would you not have a French press if you have a grinder? I'm gonna make my own French press. Unfortunately not. Wait a minute.
Couldn't you just make like a historically accurate representation of some major meal, like the Last Supper or something?
I can make a cup of tea that heals me for 13. Unfortunately. No.
Oh, also, Turbo Toad was the guy who was just talking to you over subspace.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's Turbo Toad. That's the memer. His is off.
He's on vacation.
Nah, he's just like.
I'll make myself a bagel and wait. How are we making coffee if there's no French press and the coffee machine doesn't work because of electricity?
That's a good
That's
question.
what everyone's like shrugging about. Like they're like, I don't know what to do. Bat guy's like, I just got here. I didn't know everything was fucked.
How long have you been gone, bat person?
I mean, it's like 8 a.m. I just woke up. He hears you over his subspace communicator. He's like, I don't.
Wait.
There wasn't any power yesterday.
I'll like. Can I roll to use the material in the kitchen to make like a makeshift French press machine? Or not even a machine. It's
What
just
do
like.
you make it out of?
So you have a glass cylinder, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put the coffee in it. There is this sheet of like metal that you press down to. All right, so you stir the coffee into the hot water. You pour it into the coffee. You stir the coffee. You let that sit, and then you push down the metal disc, which has like little perforated holes in it, and it pushes the coffee grounds all the way to the bottom, and you pour the resulting brew out of the French press, which is just a big glass, like a beaker, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what it is. It's just a couple of pieces of metal in a glass beaker and like a top.
So what do you use to make that?
A glass, a couple of like pieces of metal from like plates or like spatulas maybe.
How do you like get the pieces off of the plate and the spatula proper?
I have a tomahawk.
So you're gonna hit a plate and then like make sure to like cut
Very
it
carefully.
Very carefully.
With the precision of an artisan.
You're gonna have to do some checks on the artisan precision.
Oh, sure, dude.
Yeah.
1, 3. Got there.
Got that? Okay, cool. You got that artisan precision going with your tomahawk.
Got his
Okay.
ass.
Okay, cool. You got the metal pieces you need. What else did you need?
Just like a glass.
Okay, so that's
like
all the pieces you need.
yeah.
Okay, what do you use to put them all together?
What do you mean what I use? So that spatula, I use like the metal rod from it, and I put it through the disc, and then it goes into the glass. And once I have my coffee grounds and my water into it, I can just put everything together and push the disc down once the coffee's done steeping.
Alright, cool.
It's a pretty simple process.
You made a French press. The bat like cooks go like, hey, yo, we can do coffee now. The people on the other side are like, yeah, and then there's this one guy. And he's like, I don't even fucking drink coffee. And like, shut up, Rick.
Fucking Rick.
So
I hate his
once I've made my coffee, I guess I roast a bagel on an open fucking fire, and I proceed to have breakfast.
The bagel has little like dried orange chunks in it. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Cool. You notice that the coffee beans they have like this powder shit on them that also gives it like an orange taste to it. Is it good?
Yeah, I like orange.
You like orange? Nice. It's very orangey.
That's fine.
The bat guy even comes up to you and he's like, so do you enjoy it?
Yeah, of course, yes. Also, what's my my charge?
Normally it would be like $5. Well, I'll give you like $1 off, dude.
$4.
I just made you a coffee machine, and you're
yeah.
not gonna give me more than $1 off.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. I'm glad you enjoy it. Like, feel free to stop by whenever. And
See,
thank you.
Normally,
You really
Matt,
helped
this
us out.
was original Jank Heroes. This is where I get like 5 bond points. Yeah, but because I'm interacting with the world around me.
I mean, Jet almost never uses bond in this version.
I mean,
Even though negative bond's a D20 now instead of a D4.
yeah, we can continue. I just wanted to talk shit to Matt.
Alright. So, this one guy, Rick, comes up to you, and he's like, hey, I noticed that you, like, made it where everyone can have coffee. That's really cool of you, even though I don't like coffee.
Oh, thanks, Rick.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, my name's Rick, and he goes to, like, shake your hand.
And then Turbo
I'll shake
Turd
his hand.
comes in and says, wait, is that Rick? Fuck Rick!
Okay, so you're walking into the diner?
No, over the subspace.
Over the substation.
Can people not with the subspace communicator hear people over?
Um,
Or am I just hearing Colin say "fuck Rick"?
So it's like a little device on your wrist.
Sure.
So when people like yell shit, like it
Okay,
definitely is
yeah.
heard. Yeah. So Rick goes, "What?"
Oh, I'm sorry. My smartwatch is just ignore that.
Hey, you're also calling it a watch.
Technology. I'm mistake.
Did it say "fuck Rick"?
No, at all. No, it was talking about a Bismarck.
What?
Bismarck. Europe. Civil unrest.
Audubon Bismarck.
Did it say "fuck Bismarck"?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this like a political talk show or something?
Oh, yeah. It's a podcast I listen to. I try to be connected. Those who don't know history do them to repeat it. So I'm trying to stay up to date.
I don't really know much about history.
I'm sorry to hear that. History is what helped me make that French press.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I look over and there's like people clamoring to make coffee now that they actually can.
So how would I go out of my way to learn more history?
I can teach you. I'm actually a history student at Springdale University.
Student?
Student teacher, I think. No, I'm a teacher. I mean, everyone's a student of history.
He's like, okay, when's your class?
2:30 to 3:30.
2:30 to 3:30?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The roster's only about half full, so if you're still registering for class, feel free to stop on by.
Can you help me enroll? I've never been to university, except I guess I was there yesterday, but I was just walking around.
I suppose we could arrange for you to be enrolled.
Okay, where do I go?
Jet, are you trying to connect this to this line? Because I was a snake person.
Where do I go?
Well, you have anything to do right now?
No.
Well, let's go to Springdale University.
Okay, cool. I don't have like a car or anything.
Oh, how do you get places?
I walk.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I also walk at 1 mile per hour.
Oh shit.
But you also have those flying shoes, so you could get him to.
But Rick doesn't have flying shoes.
You can get him to hold on to your bat.
But he's a bat.
Weird. Wait, Rick's a bat?
He's not a bat.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Rick's-
bat guy is a Rick.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So yeah, how many miles away is the school? Roll 1d20.
122?
Yep.
18.
Now it's 18 miles away.
It's 18 miles.
How would you feel about flying, Rick?
Rick's like, I'm not a bat.
No, how would you feel about flying?
Like on a plane?
On
Plain
someone's
white's
back.
like, I like planes.
On someone's back.
On someone's back? Is it like a hot girl or something?
I am neither female nor very attractive.
So, you want me to ride on your back? I thought you said you walk places.
Normally, but I have these. I
But
point
you're
down
still
to my
flying only
sandals.
a mile per hour.
Sandals?
Sandals. They're Hermes sandals. Hermes is the messenger god of Greek mythology.
I don't know about Greek mythology. Are they like Jordans?
They're sandals.
Is Hermes like Michael Jordan?
Something like Michael Jordan.
This is
Okay.
I'm sure he can dunk pretty well.
He can dunk?
I'm sure.
I fuck with that. Where do I get some Hermes? Are they like by the Jordans?
I'm afraid not.
They're not?
Hold on to my arm, Rick.
Your arm?
My arm.
Do I do the Wizard of Oz thing where I like hook my arm in?
Sure.
Cool. Also, is that a good movie? I've only like seen clips like when they walk down the what is it, like the red road or whatever?
The yellow brick road. Right?
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm going for it.
Okay. I proceed to fly to the school.
Oh shit! He's kind of like squirming and shit. And he's like, whoa! This is Michael Jordan doesn't do this. Well, tell me more about this Hermes guy.
Well,
Does he ball?
He's So imagine if you were like a UPS worker, right? But getting your deliveries to places on time literally meant the life or death of civilization itself. That's basically what Hermes was. He was a messenger god. He had really important messages to give the people. And he played a pretty big role in Greek mythology. It's kind of, people sleep on him the same way they sleep on Scottie Pippen, you know? If Michael Jordan didn't win all those rings by himself, you know what I'm saying?
So, did he ever deliver balls to hoops?
I'm sure he can, but I'm not sure if basketball was a thing back in ancient Greece.
Dude, they need to put him back in the game. Did he retire?
He sort of exists.
Oh, how do I find him?
I'm sure if you believe enough, he'll eventually come.
Okay. Rick is like, do you mind if I like pray or whatever? You said he's like a god?
Go ahead. Yeah, he's a Greek god. You might want to like offer some kind of offering. Usually people burnt herbs or kill small animals.
I don't smoke weed, and that sounds like animal cruelty.
Or children.
Children?
Yeah.
That's even worse than the other two options.
Well, well, feel free to pray.
Okay.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yo, Hermes of the court, please accept my knockoff Jordans and replace them with this new hot shit. So do a check on Rick's behalf.
Both. Hermes fails astronomically. 17 on the bad die, 4 on the good die.
So Hermes like flies by, and he raises his hand for a high five, but on your side, like not the side where you're holding Rick.
High five him.
You high five Hermes. Hermes flies back around, and he punches Rick in the back of the head, and he leaves. And as he flies away, he's like, LeBron forever!
Is Rick okay? Do I have to roll damage for Rick?
Yeah, it's the difference of 2d20.
LeBron.
And
Oh no.
3 and 16.
3 and 16. He takes 13 damage. Rick is knocked the fuck out. You're currently carrying dead weight at Springdale University.
Luckily, I'm almost to campus. I kind of flag as my shoes fly me to campus. I get there.
Also, does he fly at more than 1 mile per hour?
Yeah, I don't fly the speed you walk.
Well, generally speaking, just like, if you run, you're at the same speed as your walking speed, which makes no sense. So.
Jet doesn't make
These
sense,
are. Do you think Hermes flies at 1 mile per hour?
I mean, I
These
would
are the
hope
sandals
not.
Hey, you gotta get his messages places, dude. He flies at whatever
too.
speed he needs to fly to get places.
Yeah, I'm just,
Yeah, of course. Okay. Do I take Rick to? I take Rick to the nurse's office.
You take Rick to the nurse's office?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to the nurse's office, and you see a bunch of, like, fish with, like, sashes, like, sitting on, like, stretchers and shit. And she's like, I'm too busy. I'm busy for, like, fucking all the hall monitors. All of them.
Outside of game, that might have been my fault.
I raise my left hand, and I conjure a golden apple. This apple was the apple that Lucifer gave to Eve when he told her to eat the fruit and gain knowledge. and it can compel anyone action to anybody who eats it. And I offer the nurse the apple.
You offer the nurse the apple?
Yes.
She's like, I don't have time. I already ate the calf. She's like, I gotta help these fish.
Can I roll to force feed her the apple?
To force feed.
I mean,
turned
when you don't
away
have a
from you,
convincing
you
power,
can
that's
try.
the only way to do
She's
it.
turned away from me, so can I just like chloroform that shit? Just
You can try it.
okay. I'll try. I failed.
So you try to force her in the apple, and she's like, rape! She like darts down. She like moves away from you. You're like, whoa!
My apple slip. I'm sorry.
Your apple slip?
My apple slip.
Your apple fucking then switch to like a different phone and just get the fuck out of my house.
Okay.
I gotta help these fish.
I leave the nurse's office. Rick's still passed out. It's kind of on my shoulder.
Hey, maybe you should find the doctor that put you into a coma.
Wait.
What? I'm lost.
That's an old Jank era thing.
Oh.
This is new continuity.
Yeah.
I mean, Springer's
Can
got one of everything,
Rick
so.
drink tea in his unconscious state?
I've seen people be like force fed drinks.
Okay, I'll lay him down somewhere stable, and I'll snap.
Don't
my,
forget to mark off power.
yeah.
users whenever you
I'm
do
at 17. I'll snap my fingers, and a butler dressed in like 18th century British garb has a tray of tea,
Mhm.
and he goes, "Hello, sir." And I go, "Hello," and I take a cup from the platter, and
I didn't expect you so soon.
you never expect me so soon. Since the butler always does things to, master's liking, the tea isn't quite hot. It's like lukewarm, so it doesn't kill Rick as I drink it, as he drinks it. And little by little, I'll open his mouth and have him drink the tea while he's unconscious until he heals up from the haymaker that Hermie laid on him.
Are the butler and the tea like the same power, or are they like two different
The
powers?
butler serves.
Cause
The
I know
butler
the
serves the tea. The butler's the vehicle. The tea's the power.
Okay, cool.
But the butler brings it.
And then you marked off when you did the Hermes shoes and when you did the apple, right? Because you made the apple,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
just didn't eat
She
it.
just didn't need it. Oh, so I still have the apple just like chilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have one of the greatest apples in the world just hanging out.
So your boy Rick looks like the bruise from like Hermes' punch is like healed up, but he's still like out.
The butler pours another cup of tea, and he drinks more.
Oh well, I mean like he already looked fine.
He's
He's still
passed
fine.
out.
He's just unconscious.
Oh, well, the tea invigorates
Why'd
him.
you use tea twice? I don't.
Because I'm trying to heal him to the point of him waking
Give
up.
yourself a key.
Yeah, I mean he looks healed. He's just
Oh,
not
he's awake.
No, he's not awake.
I'm
He's
trying to wake
just,
him the fuck up.
What? Don't. Yeah, just wake him up. I don't know why you use tea twice.
Oh, well, I have a pot of tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't use the same power twice. I just had more tea.
Cool. He's still.
I give him a little slap on the cheek, Rick.
Magic Johnson! He gets up, he goes, ooh, I had the weirdest dream, dude.
Uh-huh.
I, like, prayed.
Yeah.
That was the weird part.
Uh-huh.
Where are we?
We're about to go register for class. We're in the nurse's office right now, but don't you worry about that. We're here to have you register for class.
Why are there a bunch of fish in there?
I have no idea.
Alright. So, where do we enroll?
I guess I'll take them to admissions.
You take him to admissions, and you see a guy standing behind the admissions desk. He has a really long tongue and blue skin.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm
I'm multilingual. I can understand that shit.
He said, I'm doing good, how are you? His tongue's just out of his mouth.
Oh, great. Is your tongue okay?
Yeah, it's just like this. Yeah, it's just like this.
You wouldn't be hungry by any chance, would you?
Not really.
I mean, this apple's pretty good. I actually got it from Whole Foods yesterday, and it's like a rare Belizean apple from Bosnia.
The Springdale Whole Foods?
Springdale Whole Foods.
He's like, I already ate a cow.
Well, this is my last apple, and I'm not hungry either because I already had one. So I'm just trying to spread, the love. So if you're, just take a bite. You don't have to eat the whole thing, but it's really good apple.
Thank you for the offer, but I'm full, and I'm more of an orange person anyway.
Is that the running gag for this one?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, though. I appreciate
Or
it.
season the apple. I mean, I didn't say that though. Why substitute screen yourself?
I can't say that. I have a student who wants to be admitted to the school.
Cool. Has he like applied for the new adultery?
Not yet. I was hoping he could do it with you,
There's an application.
Oh.
Like slide one.
and I can give it to Rick.
Rick's like, do I have a pen?
I take a pen out of my pocket and give it to him.
He's like, oh shit, you just have pens?
I'm Professor Rick.
It's really useful.
I'm aware.
Okay. He's like, is this the clicky pen or do I take the cap off?
Clicky pen.
He clicks it. He's like, okay. It wants to know information about me. Is it okay for me to tell him that? Kirby said pineapples over your subject's communicate.
Of course it is.
Okay, cool. So he starts filling out the application. He's like, it's asking about like my high school stuff. I didn't go to high school. I don't.
What did you do during your earlier years, Rick?
I used to play ball on the playground.
I see.
That's all he did.
You actually 12 currently.
Kirby asks, have you taken any damage?
I've not taken any damage.
Okay.
Rick has, but that's been alleviated. I'm gonna go back to the tongue guy.
Hello, I'm
I'm
still
gonna
here.
force feed on the fucking apple. Got it. 15 over 12.
Describe it.
Keep
He has a really long tongue and it hangs out of his mouth. Describe how you force feed him.
I walked up to him. I grab his jaw with my left hand and the apple in my right, and I do this. I squeeze his jaw so that the hinges come open, and the apple goes into his mouth. And then he chews, and then he swallows.
Yeah, I feel like he bites like into his own tongue because you like force and like the tongue just hangs out of his mouth.
He'll be okay.
So yeah, do a check. If the bad guy wins, he like bites his tongue off, but he still eats the apple regardless. He already passed that check.
And as he eats the apple, the command is enroll Rick. That's what he's being compelled to do.
You can
by any means.
You can feed people apples to force them to do shit.
Yeah. The apple Lucifer. It compels any one action.
Oh shit.
He's got a similar
good
power
Darwins.
than as you guys.
What?
He just has
Good
the power
Darwins.
over.
14.
Good guy wins. He bites his tongue, but he doesn't like bite through his tongue.
Okay.
Good. That makes sense.
He's like, excuse me. So, yeah, what'd you write down? And he like asked Rick, and Rick's like, oh, I was right. Yeah, and he stamps the shit. And he's like, so what class do you want to take? And then Rick's like, is that it? And he's like, yeah.
At least history and whatever else Rick wants to take.
That's what you're gonna take, Rick. And Rick's like, do you have like basketball class? And he's like, yeah, we have basketball class. We all good.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
Well, there it is, Rick. You're in a row.
Is that like weights and conditioning?
No, it's basketball.
Basketball, the class. So yeah, Rick, I'll see you at 2:30.
He's like, wait.
Oh, what's up?
Yo, can you do other things other than like the shoe thing?
Yes.
Yo, what can you do?
So
Do all the gods have like footwear?
I'm sure they do, but
What? What? Yo, what are the other gods?
No, Hermes is the only god whose footwear I can use.
Oh.
I could summon Cassandra here. You could talk to her, but you wouldn't believe anything she says.
Oh, well then I wouldn't want to talk to her.
But she only speaks the truth.
She sounds like a lying bitch to me.
She can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Apollo, Hermes' nephew, the god of the sun and music and medicine and highways.
Does he rap?
I'm sure Apollo throws down some pretty sick beats.
Yo, do you have like his mixtape?
No. So Apollo, Cassandra was one of his most dear priestesses, and one day Apollo was like, "Let me smash," and she thought about it, and she said no.
Did he not have a SoundCloud? Is that why he couldn't smash?
I guess not.
Ah, damn.
So Apollo got really mad. He spit into her mouth.
Ooh.
And the spit cursed her to only speak truth, but to never be believed.
Whoa, can he just do that to anybody?
I'm sure he could.
Well, if you French kiss him, know what? You'll tell people, like, yo, he French me, and they'd be like, bitch, you lying.
I think Apollo has to want that to happen for it to happen.
I feel like if you French anyone, you'd want that to happen. So, he was like, yo, so why do gods have powers?
Well, gods are gods. They have the power of whatever our belief gives them.
Yo, what do you believe about me?
I believe you're Rick, and I'm pretty sure you're really good at basketball.
What? Yo, am I like the god of basketball? Because you believe
I'm
me?
sure you can get there someday, Rick.
Yo, that's gonna be my goal.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the god of basketball. Can
well,
I meet Apollo?
Can you?
Fuck, in my dream praying didn't work out. I don't.
Well, I'll do it for you this time, Rick. I'll pray for Apollo to give you an audience of 1v1 basketball.
Whoa, I wanted him to teach me bars. I don't want to like.
So you
ice
want
him
to meet
in
him in the
basketball.
studio?
I don't want him to spit in my mouth.
Oh, he's. All right, I'll try to bring Apollo here. So I guess I'll pray to Apollo to show up.
What is your prayer?
Apollo, somebody wants you to teach me how to spit bars.
Do a roll to like check your success.
This is hilarious.
6 to 18 failure.
Kirby said, "Yay, Greek mythology." So Apollo like shows up, and he goes, "Don't you ever call me for some dumb shit again. I don't fucking know you, and you're not my friend." And bars come out of his mouth and trap you in like a prison, and then he leaves.
Those 6 bars.
Well, Rick, here we are.
He's like, so he can also put people in jail?
I guess so.
How do we get out?
Well, Apollo has a twin sister, Artemis, and sometimes they fuck with each other.
Is she fine?
You don't. Yes, but you don't want to tell her she's fine.
Don't tell her she's fine.
She's a virgin, and
Does she prefer thick?
She kills people who look at her sexually.
Whoa!
This
hold
one
on.
guy tried to smash. She turned him into a deer, and her hunting hounds to kill him.
Oh, I thought you were like, and then she fucked him as a deer. I thought she was into like animal shit.
No,
No,
she's the goddess. She's the goddess of the hunt.
Oh fuck. That sounds horrible.
Yes,
But she doesn't hunt for dick. She just hunts.
she hunts
dicks.
for sport.
Okay.
And if you're a dick to her, then she'll turn you into sport.
Fuck.
Bars.
Damn.
We're surrounded by them. So he's
so
like,
we could probably convince Artemis to let us out.
no.
You sure?
I'm gonna immediately look at her sexually.
You can close your eyes and let me do the talking.
You just told me she's fine. I don't think I can like have enough
I
self-control.
believe in you, Rick.
Is there another one? How many gods are there?
I believe the Greek pantheon has 12.
12? There has to be one
We
that
can
won't
ask-
turn me into a
We
deer.
can ask Zeus. He's Apollo's dad.
Zeus? Oh yeah,
He's
wait.
like the god of gods.
Kirby over your substance communicator says summon Aphrodite if you want to look at a god sexually.
Good point.
I don't think we need her here.
I don't think Aphrodite.
He goes, why not? She lets me look at her. Is she thick?
Yes. She's the most beautiful woman ever.
What?
She's a personification of sexual desire.
So she's better than like fucking
Artemis.
Black China?
Well, I'm sure she is.
Impossible.
Like after that,
You want to kill Rick?
I guess I'll roll to summon Aphrodite.
What's your prayer?
let me know when you.
Aphrodite, goddess of attraction, harbinger of thoughts, bringer of babies. I have a devoted fan who would really love to meet you. I honestly don't need anything myself, but I think he'd benefit from a goddess's benevolence. Also, we're kind of stuck behind these bars. Apollo fucked us, and I would like it for you to help us out.
Kirby said, the goddess of beauty, she turned Medusa into a gorgon, so be careful.
Yeah.
Yes. 11 to 20. Oh, is it 20 like, is it like massive fail?
I mean, you definitely didn't pass, so that's what you're asking. So, Aphrodite shows up, and you see her, and she's like the most beautiful woman in the world. And
As
Rick's
expected.
like, she's just Black China. What the?
Oh, Aphrodite, I can take kindly to that.
Aphrodite goes, my image always changes depending on the eye of the beholder. And then he's like, told you nobody's sexier than Black China. Fuck.
So what, goddess, thank you for coming. As you can see, we're surrounded by bars.
Kirby said, if you get 1 on the good die and 20 on the bad die, you failed so bad you immediately died. Like,
Luckily, that didn't happen.
that'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, so she's like, so I heard your prayer or whatever, so I showed up.
Thanks.
I wanted to see Apollo's bars. And she like reaches toward a bar, and then like the bars like are like light, and then like they're on fire, and then she's like, oh, they were lit. Anyways, it was good seeing you guys.
Wait, Aphrodite. And I'll produce another apple. And
Try and convince like
in Greek lore, Aphrodite got so the goddess of discord had this golden apple. She was like, this apple should go to the baddest bitch of the goddesses.
Are you telling Rick this?
I'm telling, yeah, and I'm
It's
sure
like Discord, like that app that nerds use.
and Aphrodite's
Fucking-
not gonna hear this.
Aphrodite. You remember this apple that you really enjoyed when you convinced Paris to take Helen and start the War of Troy? Well, hey, it's another apple. I'm sure you're hungry.
So who used the apple in the story?
Discord, the goddess Discord, like Discord itself.
And Aphrodite like ate the apple?
No, so there was this big god party, and Discord was like, oh, I have this one golden apple. This is the best tasting fruit in the world, and I'm sure the baddest bitch here can have an apple. So Aphrodite, Minerva, who not Minerva, Minerva. Is Minerva her Roman name? Artemis, Apollo.
Yeah, Minerva.
Minerva's probably the Roman name
Athena.
in it. Actually,
Athena. So Athena, Hera, who's like the queen of gods, and Aphrodite, all get into an argument over who deserves the apple because they all think they're the baddest bitch, and they get Paris of Troy, who is like the second son of the king of Troy, and he's like, well, you're really smart, and you like have the authority as matriarch, but Aphrodite a bad bitch, give her the apple. So she gets the apple, and they all promise him something. Athena promised him knowledge. Hera promised him like dominion. And Aphrodite was like, you can have any woman you want. And your boy was like, Helen of Troy. And it completely
and the
fucked.
Trojan War starts.
Yeah, and that, it was like a 10-year war, like 100,000 people died. But Aphrodite got the apple. So it was a golden apple. And this is a golden apple. So I'm trying to like bait her into wanting the apple again.
And Aphrodite's like, it was already proven that I am the baddest bitch.
Well, as someone who studied history, I want you to take this apple in commemoration of just how bad of a bitch you are.
Aphrodite thinks for a moment. Kirby over Subspace said, Mennonite can revive, so it's not too bad. And then he said, Discordia, goddess of strife. And then Scavenger said, greetings and salutations. He said, fuck, I didn't get a notification.
Greetings and salutations. Fuck, I didn't get a notification. Bars.
You see the fire on the bars flicker with Scavenger's words coming through Subspace. So Aphrodite goes, can you roast it on the bars?
I can make the attempt. Goddess.
Oh, yes.
Why would you roast?
Pass.
Pass.
Cool.
Yep.
You successfully roast the apple, and like the fire of like Apollo's sick rhymes, and she's like, damn, this is the most gangster rapper I've ever seen. This is amazing. And then Rick's like, that does seem pretty gangster. And Aphrodite's like, that is looking pretty good, but I think it'll be too hot for me to eat immediately.
I have this, and I'll use gesture to like my phantasmal butler who still has lukewarm tea. I can cool the apple off in this tea if you'd like. It's Earl Grey. It's pretty fucking good.
Aphrodite's like, I've never had Earl Grey.
Well, it's pretty fucking good.
I'd like to try the tea first.
Well, the butler who's really not physical, just kind of steps through the bars, and then he offers Milady some tea
How does he get the tray through?
because he's committed to service, man.
So, she tries the tea, and she goes, is ambrosia a thing in Greek mythology?
Yes, ambrosia is where
Not
Greek
a-
mythology is where ambrosia comes from.
She's like, not as good as ambrosia. Matter of fact, that apple probably will be really good for mortal standards, but not as good as ambrosia. Yeah.
I want to throw the apple through
Into
the bars into her mouth.
Kirby says, "Don't question it, Mr. Hand."
I knew this was gonna more or less happen, so he's gonna throw the apple.
So you're gonna throw the apple through the bars?
Into her mouth. Force her apple.
I feel like you're gonna need to do 2 checks. One to see if you can throw the apple like between bars, and the other to see if you can get it into her open mouth.
No, he's gonna like stick his hand through the bars.
But then there would be like Godfire around my hand, and
Oh.
I know enough about Godfire from my last session not to fuck with it.
I don't want to know, but I do at the same time.
What happened with Godfire?
It was one of Manistay's main abilities.
Oh, the Phoenix thing.
Oh,
That we trapped in the glass ball.
No.
He's talking about old Jank heroes, by the way, to not confuse people.
Yeah. God, don't want to fuck that for now. I don't know. The 3 guys are pretty savage. Wait a minute. Could you step aside, Goddess?
Me step aside?
I'm about to knock these bars down because I need to get to class, and Rick needs to get to class as well.
Knock these bars down. Only sick rhymes could possibly knock these bars away.
Oh. What about a battering ram?
That's not sick rhymes.
What if I rhyme while battering this ring?
Rick's like, I've always been more of a baller.
Come on, Rick. Give me some rhymes, dude.
I wanted to learn rhymes from Apollo. Kirby said, "Oh yeah, they are savage. Athena turned a woman into a spider."
Yeah, Arachne. She was like, I can weave better than Athena. Athena was like, bitch, you thought. And yeah, turned into a spider. And now spiders are forced to weave forever.
We also have Zeus and the goose.
Yeah, Greek mythology is pretty fun. I look at the bars. I'd hope to use brutal force, but it seems like I might have to go to a different course. If these bars can't be knocked down by a ram, then I'll just have to slam down these sick rhymes in time and get free so I can have some more tea.
So do a check.
To see if they were sick enough rhymes.
Kirby said, wasn't it because Arachne cheated?
No, Arachne didn't cheat. She beat her fair and square. But she's got
But
mad.
gods don't like being beat.
You gotta re-roll.
Yep.
I fell on the voice.
I mean, you're sitting right here.
Oh, it was a win, too. 12-4. Got it.
You got it? The bars cool down.
Let me get my.
They're now just bars. She's like, quite fresh, but not quite fresh enough. The Beamer's like, listen, I'm supposed to be like, oh. Apollo reappears next to Aphrodite, and he looks her up and down, and he goes, and then he's like, so, are you trying to battle a god?
I'm trying to get to class, God of the Sun.
By trying to overcome my fresh bars?
I'm offering these bars to you in time out.
Oh,
In dedication.
in dedication.
These bars dedicated to you, Apollo. God of the muse, God of the lyre, who puts heart in the music of every man.
Also lyre is in the instrument.
I know.
Yeah. So these bars aren't made against you. They're made for you.
Rick's like, yo, he's not trying to diss your cred on the streets. He's trying to represent. This is a tribute album, my dog.
Thank you, Rick.
He's like, well, then they must be of the utmost impressive.
The utmost impressive, of course.
When Mima can solve the problem.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I'm stuck in bars that won't go away until I wrap them away.
Can Turbo Toad just pop up, like use his powers and break through the bars?
Apparently nothing physical.
Apollo would probably fuck you.
Apollo
I would just
made
like
the bars.
dart into Apollo and send him flying.
He's a
You
god.
would try to fight Apollo? Plain White.
I'm already a toad.
Plain White comes on as subspace communicator, and he's like, yo, I don't really fuck with gods. Also, I want to hear these bars. I don't-
Unless it's Magic God. Magic God's fine.
Though I am not blessed with the muse, this is the time that I choose to shatter these bars like so many splinters. It's hot as fuck because it ain't winter.
Kirby said magic gods. Isis would be great for that.
ISIS.
That's what
We're
he
talking
said.
more about the wellspring here.
So as I spit and I rhyme, they will fall, and it won't be a crime, because these bars are weak as fuck. Apollo, I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Apollo, like, whoa, how is that not? He's like, how is that not a diss?
It is your very presence that inspires a fire within my heart, Apollo.
Then-
Take no offense.
That inspires shade. The fuck?
Yes.
It is my fire that creates the shade of which lands upon me.
Yes.
You bow on your knee. You about to taste defeat.
What happens to the bars?
So you like did your when you like ended it with like the diss, he got pissed.
And it just
So then
Catch
like
the
the
flame.
fire, the fire came back. You lit the fire of like his inspiration, and he starts like coming back at you. He's like, the fuck you mean? I'm on the scene, about to take you out with raps you know are so clean. Like he's like on a roll now, and Rick is like, fuck. He is pretty fire. He's killing it.
Silence, please. I need you to understand I am on my knees in servitude to you, if not in prayer. I need you to understand that layer by layer, these rhymes that I lay are meant to offend. They are meant to spark the glow from within your heart, my heart, the heart of all men, that we may sing as one. I mean no offense, but I need you to step back because I need to get to class, and my ass will be on the fucking lawn if I don't get my tenure, because I'm a teacher here, and I need to be a winner of the bread, the money, the cash, the dinero. By the way, where's Nero?
Mr. Hand laugh. Fucking. So Kirby said, Egyptian gods and magic. Scavenger says, I'm gonna just play as Mag because he's my most useful. Then Kirby said, Meme or use your wormholes. He's like, this is for him. Do a check to see how well you did.
Memer did the little hand motion for wormholes.
Oh wait, you're gonna do the wormhole? So Kirby just wants you to try and make a wormhole so that he can get out of the cage because he's trying to rap, and you gotta re-roll both. You gotta roll both.
I'll do it.
You do it?
2 to 20.
2 to 20?
2 to 20.
2 on your good die?
Yes. No. 20.
Oh, 20 on your good die.
Yes.
Okay, so the fire is extinguished again, but the cage is still there, but then a wormhole appears inside of the cage.
Okay.
Okay. Apollo is like, okay, so is it, you're trying not to offend, you say, but you still must overcome the final bar barrier.
Which is?
Wait, the wormhole just didn't instantly suck him up?
No, it's just there.
So I have the option to leave. Or I can keep rapping.
Mm-hmm. Rick's like, yo, what the fuck is this? Did you do this? Is that what bars do? Did your bars rip a hole in, like, reality?
I look at the wormhole, but my pride as a historian doesn't let me take the easy way out.
Rick's like, aw, shit.
I see that you're determined, Apollo, and I ask for your leave.
So what do I have to do to get exactly what I want?
You may be angry, but I'm asking you, please. I might not be Hercules, but my labors are still as dire. Much like the Roman Empire, I come after the Greek. The new after the old. These bars aren't quite silver, nor are they gold. They are but a shadow to your own, which loans me power to rep these rhymes hour after hour, in hopes to surpass these bars that are in place. Without sword, bow, or mace, I'll smash him to pieces, and I will leave this place, even though you're doing your best to hold me in place. That's what the Kanye West
Place.
Aphrodite said, you said place a lot.
There's a current mortal, Kanye West, who does the same thing, and it works with him fairly well.
Rick then goes, that part.
That part.
Rick dabs.
Okay, does a dab shatter the bars? Because we need to get the fuck out of here.
Do the check.
No.
11 to 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The bars reduce, and Apollo says, "Maybe one day you'll join us gods." And he turns around and he walks away.
Bars
and
were
then-
that good.
It was a struggle.
And then Aphrodite goes, "See you around." And then Rick's like, "Black China!"
I'm pretty sure Aphrodite would take offense to that.
And the two leave.
Okay. What time is it?
Scavenger said, "Maybe one day."
2:30.
No, what time is it within the story? Cause
Oh,
No time has passed at all.
what time do I have to go to class?
class was 10:30. You originally woke up at 8.
What time is it now?
Do a check. What would be good for you and what would be bad for you? Bad would be like you're
Missing
late for
class,
class, and good would be like, hey, you
It's
close
like
on time.
10. Yeah.
Do a check.
16 to 20. I fail.
Okay, yo, it's like 10:35.
I find the nearest window and I fly into class.
You make it to like your classroom, but like the window's locked.
Wait, you were inside the building, I thought.
I walk at 1 mile an hour
So you flew outside of the building to
get to class faster than I walk. Yes.
Okay.
But the window's locked.
Knock on the fucking window.
You knock. Rick, by the way, is just in the hallway, like, whoa, what the? Where's my class?
Oh god. I'm sure it'll be fine.
So you knock on the window, and then your teacher like walks up to the window, and it's like tardy, and then like pulls a thing, and like the blinds go down, and then she like turns around and goes back to teaching.
And now the negative bond.
Kirby said, "How would flying translate to walking speed?"
Doesn't.
I gotta get to where I need to get. Oh god, that would be gross. Like if the wing sandals of Hermes made me fly to where I needed to get to, like in time. If I was late to something, I would have to fly into the past to get there on time.
Alright, what's next?
I'm not gonna make it a time travel thing.
No, I'm just saying that would be gross.
Like if it actually.
Like if I had remembered to say that, and then I was like, I'm gonna fly in time, and then just like rip up the space continuum and shit.
I mean, Aiden's tried.
Oh, has he?
Or at least
I
not to the
guess
full
I'll
extent.
fly back to where I was and walk to class.
Rick's like, "Hey, I'm glad you're back. I didn't know where to go. Is there a god I can pray to that can get me to class? Right?"
Wait, where did your wormhole lead? Aiden?
Sorry, what's up?
Where did your wormhole lead?
Where's my what?
Wormhole.
Wormhole?
The one you opened.
Okay. What's going on right
I need to get to class. This is late to class?
now? Since I didn't specify, can I just specify now?
We need to go somewhere.
It leads to class.
Okay, it leads to.
I wormhole to class.
You were in that class
With your boy.
with Rick.
Yeah.
Rick's like, "Am I in your class?"
I guess so.
But I'm taking basketball.
Is basketball right now?
He's like, "Is it?"
I don't know. What time is your schedule? What time is basketball on your schedule, Rick?
He's like, he checks the schedule. Basketball's like 10:30.
Oh, well, you need to get to the basketball court.
Where's the basketball?
Down the stairs to the left.
He's like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And he like walks out of the classroom, and
Watch it
then
be like band.
Tom is like in the front row, and he's like, "Yo, isn't that like piranha like consumption class?"
You're thinking of down both stairs to the left. That's like the basement floor. I'm talking about the first floor.
And then Sarah's like, "No, I'm pretty sure that's piranha consummation class."
Grab fucking right before he gets too far, and I guess I'll take him to class.
And then your teacher's like, "I guess you're still gonna be late." And as she turns around under her dress, you can see like a little like lizard tail or whatever.
Not like this. Wait, what's my teacher's name?
Wait, she speaks perfect English. Jet, you're breaking the rules.
She looks like a person. It's just that lizard
What is
tail
her
on
name,
dress.
Judd?
What's her name? Her name is Miss Apple.
I gotta go!
Jet, all teachers are animals. You can't do this.
What's wrong?
Trigger!
What happened?
Kirby said Kronos is the keeper of time. You could pray to him unless the Great War is
So,
happening.
Jet, this is a different continuity, right?
It is a different continuity.
Different continuity, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yo, Gerard.
Gerard's done.
You got like 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Okay. Sorry, I beside myself for rage.
It can go like.
Look at it this way: the crystal dimension currently doesn't exist.
And you say that now.
I mean, Jet could force it on us.
Kirby said, "I saw Mr. Hand."
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
Next thing is education scenario.
Oh god, I want to pray Hermes again. Fucking Rick got me like the last time. See, Hermes is also like the god of like safe passage. So I was gonna try to like get him to guide
What if I wanted to upgrade?
Rick.
You would describe like.
I'll summon Cassandra. She'll be dressed in the robes of Priestess of Apollo.
Kirby says, "You won't keep from me forever, senpai." To Mr. Hand. What do you say?
I'm summoning Cassandra.
Cassandra or us?
Cassandra. Where is the basketball court?
The basketball court is downstairs and to the right.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Cassandra. You're dismissed.
Okay.
Well, downstairs and to the right, right?
But she said downstairs and to the basement to the left.
No, just believe me. Go downstairs and go to the right.
He's like, "Why do you trust that bitch?"
Because she can't not speak the truth.
That sounded like a fucking lie to me that she said.
Well, maybe when you go downstairs and to the right, you'll know whether or not she's lying.
Rick's walking. He's like,
Alright. I take out my bag and I get ready for a riveting day in Mrs. Applebottom's class.
You walk into Miss Applebottom's class.
Well, I never left because I don't want to be like super late. 5 minutes is enough for me.
Kirby said, "Ever heard of true lies?" So you're gonna sit down in class.
Yes.
Miss Applebottom's like, "So today we're covering the and you're studying history, right?"
Oh, I guess I am. Well,
Like, what was your major?
I'm studying archaeology. I'm a history teacher.
Archaeology.
Yes.
So
belongs in a museum.
today we are going to be talking about these mysterious jewels that have been popping up around the city of Springdale.
Not crystals.
These jewels seem to have some mysterious powers that seem to work sometimes and other times not.
Wait, where are all the mythical creatures in this school?
They're from an ancient society, some society that exists from off our world, but not much is really known about them. There's a lot of debate about these jewels, and many are being collected. Kirby said, "Is there previous Jank Heroes moments being referenced here?" Then in all caps he says, "Andraxia!" The teacher goes, "Andraxia. I've been hearing people say that they may be from some planet known as Andraxia, but there's not much evidence to support that claim. Also, could you please not be having smartphone voice calls in my room on your smartwatch? Thank you, Mr. Late."
So if you want to
I'm sorry, Miss Applebottom. It won't happen
I
again.
was just gonna say.
Right.
Turn off subspace computer.
She turns around and she starts like drawing images of like jewels and shit on like the
Man, Jenny
chalkboard.
turned off his subspace communicator.
And she's like, the Speed Patrol have been like trying to collect all these jewels, and she's like going over stuff. Kirby says something really important on the subspace communicator, but you turn that bitch off. So the teacher is just going on and on about these jewels, and then she's like, "So yeah, does anyone have any questions about the jewels and what's going on?" Yes, late as fuck.
Do you have any of these jewels? Any of these jewels on your person? Have you collected any?
That's a need to know basis. But thank you for asking.
Oh, thanks for letting me know that you have one.
Ni-
If you didn't, you would say no.
Class dismissed. Stay after class.
That's 6 minutes, I believe.
What do
We
say?
have 2 more minutes.
Oh, you can get a tiny bit of the story.
Reckon I'll stay after class.
Okay, you stay after class, and Miss Applebottom is like, "Don't be late to my class. Don't call me out in class. Don't have your fucking watch on in class."
Okay, but I would like to study these jewels further. I like to keep a close eye on history, you know.
I mean, as they say, if you don't learn from your past, you're bound to repeat.
Repeat them! I go in for the high five.
You go in for the high five, and she goes in for the kiss.
Oh.
Oh.
Be gone.
You go for the be gone thought. She goes, "Oh," and like reaches into her pocket, and then you hear something shifting around that sounds almost like a stone or something. And she pulls out a detention slip and puts that shit out of your chest. And she's like, I hope you enjoy it.
A detention? I'm in college.
Mm-hmm.
College detention?
Yeah, I got sent to detention too. I killed a bunch of fish.
None.
I killed a bunch of fish.
Not intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pirate, and I stopped the pirate. But I killed elephant and fish.
Oh, wait.
But you didn't
Before
hear
I
that.
leave, Miss Applebottom, rather, and I take out the fire roasted golden apple, which I'm sure all teachers can only dream of eating, and I offer it to her. You know, like almost like a peace offering. You know, I was late. She got stiff armed. You know, making reparations.
She was like, that's a fine decoration for my desk. You can place it there.
No, it needs to be eaten. See, it was roasted earlier. I spoke with Apollo, and his bars are pretty hot. And, you know, this apple being cooked, it actually needs to be eaten soon or it's going to go bad.
You sound quite insane. But yes, you can place the apple on my desk.
The
like I said,
apple
decoration.
is
She
cooked.
then reaches down and grabs your crotch and says, I only eat meat.
Force feeder.
I
I didn't say that though.
The timing of you saying force feeder got me fucked up.
As she reaches, I attempt to force feed her the apple.
You attempt to force feed her the
I
apple.
attempt to force feed her the apple.
Go for it.
11 to 15.
Fail.
You attempt to force feed her the apple. As you rise the apple up to like her mouth,
Mm-hmm.
she like chips into it with a tooth, goes in for a kiss, and like spits the apple into your mouth.
Not like this.
She
So
then-
how does self-compelling work?
Well, I was going to compel her to tell me everything she knew about the jewels. But since she doesn't know the properties of the apple, I don't think she'll think to tell me to do something.
Well, no, she spit it into your mouth.
She did, yeah. But I can't compel myself to tell me everything I know about the jewels because
Okay.
I don't know anything.
She then like goes, now do you swallow?
I spit it at her.
You spit it at her?
I spit the apple in my
Back
mouth.
into her mouth.
Into her mouth.
Into her mouth. She like, as she's like, do you swallow? And then she like punches herself in the gut.
I put my hand to her mouth.
You put your hand to her mouth.
Was
She
Applebottom
tries
this
to knee you in the chest.
I take the same hand and I slam her into the nearest wall.
You slam her into the wall.
Was Applebottom-
And as she like hits the back of the wall, she like goes for like a haymaker punch.
In any of this, you know, excitement, has she swallowed the apple yet? I'll use so one of my artifacts is the Yada mirror, which reflects any attack. So how much do I roll to see how much damage her punch would do? Because I'm using the mirror most definitely.
Don't forget to mark off power.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Applebottom
I'm down
was
to
thirsty in the past.
14. She used me to create an entire race of crystal.
So very thirsty.
Yes.
Yeah, in the original Jank area.
Yeah. How much damage? Just 1 minus other?
Yeah. The highest one is the lowest.
10 minus 9. Bitch takes 1 damage.
It would be 1 damage.
But is the punch enough to make her swallow the apple?
So when she like hits herself by the reflected punch, she like knocks the apple out of her mouth.
But I'm still
So she's
holding
like,
my hand over her. Yeah. So yeah, I never let go. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm trying to like mentally.
So it's
I
like
still feel like she gets hit sideways though. Like it's not.
she's already against the wall. She can only get hit back.
She can only get hit back. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
She gets hit. She takes the damage. She has sharp nails, and she like cuts into her own throat and reaches in and pulls that fucking apple
What?
piece out.
She needs to take damage for that, Jeff.
Do I roll damage?
She's cut her throat open. She needs to take some damage.
Do I?
2d20 the number.
17 minus 1.
Minus. She's now taking like 17 damage.
She has taken 17 damage.
She's like coughing and shit. And you still have your hand over her mouth, so her blood is just like getting on your hand.
It's gushing out of her fucking mouth.
Yeah. And she's like, she can't say anything.
Is she dying?
Yeah. By your own volition,
Butler,
apparently.
T, now.
the butler arrives is like, I didn't expect you so soon.
Tea this woman.
In the throat.
He just kind of pours tea onto her wound.
He pours the tea onto her wound. It heals 11, right?
Tea is... Oh, it's 5.
It's 5?
Oh, you need to pour a lot of tea on it.
But I have a whole pot to work with.
Well, I mean, it should only do 5.
Yeah, but like each cup of tea heals for 5. It's a pot of tea, which is about 4 or 5 cups. We'll say 4 cups.
But then that can heal 20. And then any time you can drink, there's like 4 cups of tea.
If you have the time to drink 4 cups of tea. He's just taking the teapot and just
I'll let
pouring
you
the tea.
do 2 cups.
Jay,
Okay.
you have an attack that it's 14 damage and instantly kills. Let him have it.
2 cups.
Okay, so
Because
she
we've
heals 10.
already had a presence. Yeah, so yeah, she'll heal 10.
She still has 7 damage lingering.
And she's like, ah! And she like tries to like swat the butler away, but he's like a ghost. And she gets up and she like runs out of the classroom.
I phase through the bar.
No, she's not going anywhere.
No, I'm asking the butler.
Down at 13. We'll have a.
Oh, good to see you, Dozer. They can't currently hear you because you turned off the subspace communicator.
A construct of a Navajo, a warrior, will throw a tomahawk at her leg to attempt to, fucking hamstring her.
Roll for success, and then this is where we're gonna end up ending it because we like went past.
Oh, whoops! This is a 16 damage attack. 3 to... Okay, it fails. Whew.
It fails. The tomahawk misses and hits the wall. She runs out of the classroom. She got away.
Actually got away.
In session.
Right. So, how much damage does somebody have to take to be immobilized? Because she still has 7 damage.
A lot of people take like 20, but that's not always the case.
Isn't 20 death?
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people.
But
you mean
because she still has 7 damage on her, so I'm wondering.
She was pretty fucked before you healed her.
Yeah.
I'll give you that much. Like, yeah, like.
But she's still. So what's the threshold of being
Crippled.
fully alive
crippled.
and well to being crippled? Yeah, exactly.
I think it depends on the person for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she was
I mean,
just a straight baller.
alternatively, if you're fighting a
Her
triple
fucking
monster-
throat patched itself back up, and she immediately got up and sprinted away.
But yeah.
Okay.
What did you think of your session?
It was fucking apple bottom. It was fun until she showed up.
What was your what's your 10 scale for it?
I'll give it a 9.
A 9? Wow.
Yeah, the whole rap battle with Apollo was interesting.
Applebottom screwed it all up, though.
Apple bottom always screws everything.
Could have been a 10.
It could have been a 10.
What did you think, Mr. Ham?
I thought it was a big meme.
Okay.
This is yours, Chris.
Memer. I know you weren't in it for a lot of it, but what did you think?
I definitely liked it. Like I said, like Josh
Is Rick a
said,
recurring character?
I think it was cool.
Man.
Rick came from his campaign.
Is he a recurring character?
No.
Rick only became a thing
Because
because
you
there was
made
a
him a
guy inside of his stomach,
Uh-huh.
and he was like screaming because he was inside of his stomach. And Colin says, "Shut up, Rick! I just made him appear in yours." And
Did Rick want to play basketball in Colin's story too?
No,
Rick didn't
he
have
was
a
just
character.
told to shut up. That was the only thing he ever
Rick's
did.
only character development was in my campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, and we know that him and Colin, for whatever reason, don't like each other.
Or at least Colin doesn't like him.
Yeah, we know that Colin doesn't like him.
I really
We
like
don't
that
know
it's
anything
canon
about
that Hermes is a LeBron fan.
I really like that Hermes showed up and just fucking punched Rick in the back of the head. Like, he didn't just say no. He said no with his fist.
Mm-hmm.
It was a physical no.
So what are the things that like you missed because you turned off your communicator? Kirby said, "We found a freaking shrine on the planet of Andraxia being all about the jewels." Then he said, "Dablet." That's when you cut your shit off. Then Kirby said, "Detention for refusing to kiss." Who is this woman?
She's
Then
Applebottom, the incarnation of evil.
he said, "Is it actually Aphrodite and she won't have that shit?" He said, "Seriously, who is this woman?" He says, "What is this, a spitting contest?"
On the flip side, Gerard can't suspect Applebottom.
Dozer said, "Just got off work." Oh, cool, Dozer.
Not in
You
this
want to hang out?
universe.
Kirby said, "Hiya." Dozer said, "Nice to see you, Kirby, man." Then Kirby said, "Oh, holy crap, suicidal teacher." Then he said, "By the gods!" In all caps. He says, I can heal for 19 if you wish, but your shit was off. Yeah. Scavenger said, hey, Dozer. And Kirby said, dang it, the communicator is off. But yeah, it seems like everybody had fun.
It's interesting.
I'm excited now. Though.
Can't wait to see Rick in my next episode.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
So,
Thing.
Can Apollo spit bars? Why, yes, he can.
of course he can.
Kirby said, always with the communicator. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video. Favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, 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 or ring that bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, here with...
Q. Bangzo.
Winslow.
Still mad about the slimes.
and your boy, Jet, logging out. Peace.